Ladies and gentlemen, the internet did not wake up peacefully. It woke up like a phone on 2% battery and maximum brightness, because the timeline just caught fire again. Chrisean jumped on Live with Junior in her arms, the comments moving faster than a hacked crypto chart, and the tension thicker than reality TV reunion makeup. And why? Because Grandma Karlissa stepped into the chat with words sharp enough to slice Wi-Fi signals. This wasn't a normal clapback. This wasn't a calm response. This was digital thunder, the kind of live where you don't blink, you don't scroll, and you definitely don't refresh, because every second sounds like another episode loading. Automatically, viewers said. The energy felt like a courtroom mixed with a family cookout mixed with a boxing weigh-in. Nobody sat down, nobody relaxed, everybody picked a side. And the baby was right there on screen while the grown folk storm went category 5. One side yelling accountability, the other yelling mind your business, and the internet yelling screen record this. If online drama were an Olympic sport, this just qualified for gold, silver, and a sponsorship deal. The internet didn't just react. It assembled like a digital jury with unlimited opinions and zero recess breaks. The moment those family criticisms started circulating, timelines transformed into courtroom threads, and everybody suddenly became a certified relationship strategist with a minor in live stream ethics. It's amazing how fast people earn imaginary degrees when Wi-Fi is strong. Screenshots were flying around like confetti at a parade nobody planned, but everybody attended. And right in the center of the noise, the live session hit, and that's when the temperature jumped from warm to volcanic. Chrisean showed up on stream with Junior visible, voice steady but loaded, energy reading like someone who came to answer noise, not dodge it. You could practically hear keyboards across the world cracking their knuckles. Supporters rushed in like a digital cavalry. Critics marched in like they brought spreadsheets and attitude. Neutral viewers pretended they were just observing while recording everything in 4K screen capture. Nobody was truly neutral. Let's be honest, the internet treats drama like a sport and everybody picks a team by halftime. The chat moved at light speed, hearts, angry faces, clapping emojis, warning emojis, popcorn emojis, the full emotional buffet, and every sentence spoken on that stream got analyzed like it was a championship post-fight interview. Tone breakdowns, pause breakdowns, breath pattern breakdowns. I've seen less analysis on championship boxing footage if overinterpretation burned calories. The comment section would have lost 10 pounds collectively. What made this moment hit harder wasn't just the response, it was the context. This wasn't random stranger drama. This was family-connected commentary going public, which the internet treats like premium cable content. When relatives speak, viewers lean in. When relatives disagree, viewers subscribe. When relatives go public, the algorithm throws a party. Privacy packs its bags and leaves quietly through the back door. Some viewers said she looked composed under pressure, like someone refusing to let the narrative get written without her pen involved. Others argued that live streams and family matters mix about as well as gasoline and fireworks. And then you had the third crowd, the chaos collectors, who don't care who's right, who's wrong, or who's loud. They just want the replay angle and a dramatic thumbnail face. Reaction creators jumped in within minutes, not hours, minutes. Titles popped up faster than instant noodles. Breaking, exposed. Clapback, response shocks fans. Apparently everyone owns a virtual newsroom now. Microphones are optional. Strong opinions are mandatory. Nuance is illegal. Clips started circulating out of context, in context, upside down, zoomed in, slowed down, and emotionally color-graded, like a movie trailer. One 10-second quote became 20 different interpretations. That's the magic trick of social media. The shorter the clip, the bigger the conclusion. People don't jump to conclusions anymore. They teleport. Meanwhile, the debate about whether bringing personal disputes into public livestream spaces is smart, risky, necessary, or explosive became its own side storyline. Some argued that responding publicly prevents rumors from growing legs. Others argued it gives rumors a jetpack. Both sides sounded confident. Neither side agreed. Welcome to the internet, where certainty is abundant and agreement is extinct. And let's talk about the pace of judgment online. It moves faster than express shipping. Before the stream even ended, verdicts were already posted. Character summaries written, intentions assigned, psychological profiles invented. I've seen mystery novels with slower plot development. The timeline doesn't wait for facts. It runs on feelings and Wi-Fi strength. Memes, of course, arrived right on schedule. Memes are the unofficial news anchors of chaos. Reaction faces became stickers. Quotes became captions. Someone added dramatic movie music under a clip and suddenly it looked like a season finale. One viral edit made it feel like a superhero. Origin story mixed with a courtroom thriller and a family reunion that forgot to hire security. The supporters weren't quiet either. They flooded comment sections with defense posts, context reminders, and digital applause. Loyalty online is loud, capitalized, and emoji decorated. Critics fired back with think pieces disguised as comments and comments disguised as documentaries. Nobody typed short sentences, everybody wrote manifestos. What really supercharged the moment was the layered history behind these personalities, when viewers already know the backstory. Every new moment feels like a sequel instead of a surprise. And sequels always sell, especially when the trailer drops live and unscripted. People weren't just watching a response. They were watching the next episode in an ongoing saga they believe they understand completely. From the outside looking in through a cracked window, you could feel the tension between two powerful internet forces, narrative control versus narrative momentum. One side trying to speak directly, the other side remixing. Reframing, reposting, it's like trying to hold water in your hands while the ocean keeps adding waves. Once the internet grabs a storyline, it doesn't walk, it sprints with scissors. And still, through all of it, one thing remained consistent. Attention levels stayed glued. Nobody clicked away. Nobody said boring. Even the critics stayed tuned in, especially the critics. Online outrage has the highest watch time retention known to science. If irritation were electricity, the grid would be overloaded. By the time the live ended, the echo had just begun. Clips multiplied, debates expanded, opinions hardened. And the story didn't cool down. It spread sideways into new conversations, new reactions, and new predictions about what happens next. Because the internet never asks what happened. It asks what happens next. And that's where the temperature rises again. Because once a public response lands, the counter-response clock starts ticking. Online drama follows one. Universal law: replies attract replies, statements attract reactions, and reactions attract sequels. And just when people thought the noise would cool down, the reaction wave doubled back like a sequel nobody approved, but everybody watched. Because once that live clip started circulating, the commentary ecosystem woke up like a caffeinated beehive. Reaction channels didn't just upload, they deployed. Every creator with a ring light and a strong opinion suddenly had exclusive insight. Apparently, Wi-Fi now comes bundled with psychic powers. Within hours, the internet turned into a split-screen debate show without a moderator. One side said the response was bold, direct, and necessary. Another side said it was messy, risky, and too public. A third side said, I don't know what's happening, but I refuse to miss it. That third group might be the most honest demographic online. Celebrity isn't voices, and influencer commentators started chiming in with those careful, sponsor-safe sentences that sound supportive, concerned, and non-committal at the same time. You know the type of paragraphs that say everything and nothing. The digital version of nodding seriously while holding tea you're not allowed to spill. It's amazing how many people can talk for 5 minutes without technically landing on a side. Meanwhile, the meme economy reached full production mode. Editors were working harder than award show camera crews. Dramatic zooms, black and white freeze, frames, thunder sound effects. Captions like this was the final episode of a streaming series called Family Drama and limited seasons. One edit made the live moment look like a championship face-off promo. Another turned it into a courtroom parody. By sunset, the internet had produced more alternate versions than a multiverse movie. And let's talk about the comment sections, because those were not comment sections anymore. Those were digital town halls with 0 microphones and maximum yelling. Paragraph battles broke out. Threads inside threads inside threads. People quoting each other like legal documents. Screenshots used as evidence. Timestamps treated like sacred scripture. I've seen calmer negotiations during playoff referee reviews. Then came the expert panels, also known as 3 random profile pictures and a podcast logo. Suddenly, everyone was analyzing tone strategy, optics, and brand impact. Social media turns regular users into crisis consultants faster than you can say algorithm. If confidence were currency, the comment section could buy a small country. The wildest part was how fast the story mutated. First, it was about the original criticism. Then it became about the live response. Then it became about whether the response should have happened. Then it became about the reactions to the reactions. Online drama reproduces like rabbits with press pauses, blink once, and your 3 plot twists behind. Some creators tried to play referee, framing the situation like a heavyweight title fight of perspectives. In this corner, accountability arguments. In that corner, privacy arguments. In the middle, the audience throwing popcorn and hot takes. Nobody wanted a draw. Everyone wanted a knockout quote they could clip into a short. Pop culture comparisons started flying everywhere. People said the tension level felt like a reality show reunion where the host lost control and security took a lunch break. Others said it was like a group chat argument accidentally broadcast to the planet. One viral post said this saga has more episodes than a long-running hospital drama and twice the emotional injuries. Supporters amplified every calm moment, every composed sentence, every steady reply like it was a championship defensive move. Critics replayed every sharp tone and every heated phrase like slow-motion replay of a controversial foul. Same footage, completely different highlight reels. Perspective online is less about what happened and more about which team is editing. And, of course, the algorithm, the invisible puppet master wearing a hoodie, pushed the most emotionally charged clips to the front of the line. Calm explanations travel by bicycle. Explosive moments travel by rocket. That's not bias. That's physics. Digital physics says outrage has better engagement metrics than nuance. Livestream culture itself became part of the debate. Commentators started arguing whether live responses help control a narrative or pour gasoline on it. Some said going live is like grabbing the steering wheel. Others said it's like driving faster toward the cliff. Both metaphors got reposted like motivational. Quotes for chaos. Then parody accounts joined the party. Fake subtitles, comedy voiceovers, satirical reenactments. One skit recreated the situation using game characters and somehow still captured the emotional tone. When your situation becomes machinima, you've officially crossed into internet legend territory. The emotional investment from viewers was intense. People spoke like distant cousins at a reunion who somehow felt personally involved. That's the strange magic of parasocial connection. Audiences feel close enough to care deeply and far enough to speculate wildly. It's emotional. Participation. Without jurisdiction. Even the I'm tired of this drama crowd watched every update. Especially them. Nobody tracks a story closer than someone announcing they're done with it. Digital irony at its finest. Attention disguised as exhaustion. Brand watchers started forecasting reputation impact like weather reporters tracking a storm. Cloudy with a chance of backlash. High probability of viral rebound. Scattered sponsorship discussions. The language got corporate real fast. Drama translated into metrics. Emotion converted into engagement graphs. And right when people thought all angles were covered, new microclips surfaced from different viewer recordings, alternate angles, extended seconds, added context. Each new clip restarted the argument like a bonus round. It's incredible how 3 extra seconds of footage can reboot a debate like a software update. the public mood didn't settle, it stretched. Conversations moved from what was said to what it meant to what it might mean next. Prediction. Threads popped up, theory threads multiplied, future casting everywhere. The internet doesn't just watch stories, it tries to write the next chapter ahead of time. And hovering over everything was the same unanswered question that keeps viewers glued. Through every saga like this, what happens when the next response drops? Because in online drama physics, statements create gravity. Gravity pulls replies. Replies create collisions after the reaction storm reached maximum volume. Something even more powerful rolled into consequences, not courtroom consequences, not contract consequences, reputation consequences, perception consequences, the kind that live in comment sections, search bars, and recommendation feeds, because in the digital arena, image is currency and narrative is the stock market, and volatility was off the charts. Public perception started shifting in real time like a live poll nobody could stop refreshing. Some viewers doubled down in support, louder than ever, defending every word, every tone, every decision like loyal fans in the front row of a title fight. Others hardened their criticism, convinced the situation proved their earlier doubts. Neutral observers picked apart the entire saga like documentary editors hunting for the cleanest storyline. Nobody stayed. Casual left the chat hours ago. The family drama meets livestream era has created a new kind of public theater. It's not scripted, not scheduled, and definitely not subtle. Every response becomes an episode. Every episode creates factions. Every faction believes they're holding the truth and a flashlight. And once people emotionally invest, they don't unsubscribe, they reload. Relationship dynamics became the next layer under the microscope. Commentators started predicting long-term fallout like sports analysts calling a season after one. Controversial. Game, this changes everything. They said the internet loves that sentence. It rarely waits to verify it, but it loves to say it with confidence and dramatic background music. Some voices argued that public pushback strengthens personal brands because controversy fuels visibility. Others argued that constant public conflict drains credibility like a battery running too many apps. Both sides sounded convincing. Both sides had charts. None of the charts agreed. That's the beauty of online expertise. Unlimited supply, zero warranty. Clips from the live kept resurfacing in new formats. Slowed down, cleaned up, subtitled, color-corrected, podcast discussed, and debate panel dissected. Moments that lasted seconds gained careers of their own. A single sentence turned into a week of content. If recycling were an Olympic sport, the content cycle would break world records. Meanwhile, parody and satire didn't slow down, they leveled up. Comedy edits started looking like full trailer productions, narrator voices, dramatic cuts, fake award titles. When humor creators enter phase 2, you know a story has cultural traction. Jokes are the internet's way of stamping something as historically chaotic. Audience fatigue tried to show up, but got ratioed. Because just when viewers said, okay, that's enough, a new reaction, a new quote, or a new hot take restarted the engine. Online drama runs on renewable energy. Attention never fully runs out. It just changes. Brand impact discussions got louder too. Marketing watchers speculated how controversy affects partnerships, collaborations, and public positioning. Some said bold responses build stronger fan loyalty. Others said brands prefer calm waters and predictable headlines. The debate sounded like Wall Street analysts reviewing emotional stock performance through all of this one uncomfortable truth. Sat right in the center like a spotlight nobody could turn off. When personal matters go public, control becomes shared property. Once the audience enters the story no longer travels in a straight line. It zigzags through edits, opinions, and agenda filters. Intent walks in, interpretation runs out. Support communities rallied harder. Critic communities organized louder. It became less about the original comments and more about identity alignment. People weren't just reacting to a moment. They were defending their viewpoint. Tribe Social media turns disagreements into team jerseys faster than a merch store. The long tail effect kicked in next. That's the phase where the original event becomes reference material. Future arguments will say, "Remember when?" and replay. The clip, like historical footage, digital memory never forgets. It just adds background music later. Speculation about future interactions started trending too. Would there be another response? A follow-up live, a sit-down conversation somewhere. Else, a collaboration, a confrontation. Prediction videos popped up like weather forecasts for emotional storms, accuracy optional, confidence mandatory. Some commentators zoomed out and framed the whole saga as a symbol of modern fame where personal life, public platform, and audience reaction merge into one unpredictable machine. Celebrity used to mean red carpets and interviews. Now it means live streams and instant feedback loops. Fame used to have gatekeepers. Now it has comment sections with keyboard armor. And let's be honest, the audience isn't just watching anymore. The audience is participating, voting with likes, campaigning in replies, lobbying in quote posts. It's interactive storytelling, where nobody admits they're part of the cast. Reputation recovery versus reputation reinforcement became the final debate layer. Did the response repair image or intensify division? Depends who you ask. Always depends who you ask. Online verdicts are mirrors. People see their own bias wearing a judge's robe. But here's the twist nobody likes to admit. Controversy doesn't just test reputations, it reveals audience psychology. What people defend says as much about them as what they criticize. Drama is a spotlight with a wide beam. And even after all the edits, debates, memes, breakdowns, and hot takes, curiosity stayed undefeated. Because viewers don't just want closure, they want continuation. Resolution is nice, sequels get better engagement. The saga didn't end, it evolved. It moved from moment to mythology. From live stream to storyline, from reaction to reference point. That's how modern digital drama survives, it upgrades. If you made it all the way through this madness, congratulations, you officially survived another episode of Internet Chaos University, where the tuition is your attention and the final exam is emotional damage in the comment section. Because let's be honest, this saga had more twists than a season finale and more reactions than a championship upset. And the wild part, this is the kind of story that never really ends. It just reloads with better thumbnails and louder opinions. Now I want to hear from you. No safe answers, no fence sitting. Drop your take in the comments and defend it like it's a title bout. Who handled the moment better? Did the live help or make the fire bigger? Which reaction surprised you the most? The comment section is the real after show. And today, you're the panel. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button like it owes you money, interest, and late fees. Subscribe like your curiosity depends on it, because around here, the scandals don't take days off and the drama clock never stops ticking. Hit the bell so you don't show up late to the next digital explosion while everyone else already knows the plot twist. Share this with that one friend who says, "I don't follow drama but somehow knows every detail." Yes, that undercover detective. We see them, more breakdowns, more chaos, more unfiltered commentary dropping constantly sharper, louder, and wilder every time. Stay alert, stay skeptical, and keep your popcorn ready. Because the internet forgets nothing, and we miss nothing. This is Fame Flaws, where the spotlight is hot and the truth is louder than the PR.